Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Decades with Joe E. Kramer.
It's 8 o'clock.
This is Ted Poley of Danger Danger.
This is Lorraine Lewis for the band Femme Fatale.
Hey, this is Kelly Kagan from Night Ranger.
And I am on Decades with Joey Kramer.
You're listening to Joe E. Kramer, Decades.
And you're rocking Decades with my buddy Joey Kramer.
This is where the past comes alive. Hairspray at 8 starts now.
All right, let's do it. 2 full hours of Hairspray at 8. The man, the myth, the legend in his own mind, Rex Havoc is here.
Good to be back.
It's good to have you back.
You know, it's funny. I actually believe you. I actually believe you when you say
All
that.
right, the music.
How high was your hair? This is Hairspray at 8. This is Decades with Joe E. Kramer.
That is Cinderella. Still Climbing was the name of the album, 1993. And Through the Rain. He's got a brand new album. Tom Kiefer Band will be out September 13th. Rise. I played the song last week. It's like hard Cinderella.
So like Shake Me and
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
like Gypsy Road kind of stuff.
That kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I only heard one song though.
Yeah,
But he says he has no, and we're going to have Tom Kiefer on the show coming up in September, but he has no interest in ever going back to Cinderella.
Yeah, I saw that article too, and that's a shame because they're a fun band live.
Yeah, but he could do the same thing on his own.
And we all know it's one person causing
All
the rift.
about the lead singer. You get the lead singer. You don't have to worry about those other guys.
Well, especially when he plays as much guitar as Tom does. But
I mean, it doesn't really make a difference.
The gist that I get from it is that it's one person causing the rift. You know,
I don't know what he talked about in the last interview, but I don't even remember. I've had so much going on in my life.
Like I said, that's a shame. They're a great band live. I have missed this. I really have.
I'm sure you have.
I have.
You have.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, His Highness of Hair, the Guru of Glam, the Master of Metal,
in his
the
own mind,
immortal and immoral,
I'm just saying,
Rex Heaven.
And I still prefer King of the Northeast.
This is Hairspray at 8.
All right, so coming up, we're going to, nothing's changed.
No, not at all.
Here we go.
There we go.
We're going to do hair metal trivia with you.
Okay.
We're going to see how good you are with the hair metal of the 1980s.
Okay.
It should be interesting.
Uh-huh.
And if you lose, you got to burn the hat.
I ain't burning this hat. I'll burn another braid hat, but not this one.
Extreme.
The generation that put a hole in the ozone.
Hairspray at 8 on Decades.
Hairspray at 8 right here on Decades. Junkyard, Simple Man, Joey Kramer, Rex Havoc is here.
Yes, I am.
Kiss is still on their end of the road tour.
Oh, they'll be on that tour for at least another 5 years.
Paul Stanley says Kiss end of the road tour is one last victory lap.
Yeah, but how long is that victory lap going to take, Paul?
I mean, they're coming back to America in the fall.
Yeah.
They're in Europe and Asia. I don't even know. I mean, all I know is that it really bothers me that he's been caught lip syncing. It just really bothers me that only because they said they would, people wouldn't.
They would never do
it.
that. Yeah.
And we know Paul's voice is gone.
Yeah.
So there's no way he's singing through all these songs every night. And if that's the case, you should have been straight up with it from the beginning, saying, we're going to go out there, we're going to be a cover band, we're going to sing a lot of songs.
All right, folks, listen, he said it, I didn't.
There has been a conspiracy that's not Paul Stanley out there.
I've heard that. I heard that same conspiracy with Motley.
That's not Gene Simmons. From what I heard, they're robots.
From the
I'm just saying.
From that theme park, right?
What's it called? Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
Yeah.
I have that on DVD. I haven't watched it. It's so cheesy.
I don't own DVDs anymore.
2,361 I'm up to.
I probably have that many movies, but I
don't go to the movies. I went to the movies I go maybe once or twice. Star Wars I'll go see, but
I remember running into you at a movie theater.
My wife and I went to see The Lion King. She wanted to see it.
Hakuna Matata.
And oh my God, we went to an 8:30 movie. We figured, nobody's going to bother us at an 8:30 movie.
It was packed.
It wasn't even that it was packed. It's not bad enough that children are let out of the house to go places. But they walk in, okay, this two women walk in with 3 children, all under the age of probably 6.
Right.
To an 8:30 movie. They get there at least 20 minutes into the movie.
Okay.
So they get there late. They sit down. Then they go for popcorn. Then they come back. Then they go for soda. Then they go for Milk Duds. Then they go for... And they're jumping around and screaming and yelling. And I'm like... This is why I don't go to the movies.
We went to see Avengers Endgame a few months back. All right, first of all, the most annoying 5-year-old in the world sat next to us. Okay, this kid just would not shut up. To the point where my friend was about ready to tell him to shut up. And then... somewhere in the back of the movie theater, a baby starts crying.
I don't get it.
Now, you're coming to see a 3-hour movie, all right? Closer to 4 when you add in all the trailers. Why in the name of God would you bring a baby?
I actually saw 2 movies. I went to see Annabelle a few weeks prior.
What the hell? What the hell is
the
Annabelle?
new Annabelle movie, The Conjuring.
You lost me.
The Conjuring movies, Conjuring 2. It's about the Warrens who did the Amityville Horror investigations and everything.
Yeah, okay, I don't.
But Conjuring
right.
2, Annabelle. There's 5 different movies, but the new Annabelle came out. This is a horror movie. This is about the doll or whatever. We went to a 9-something movie. My daughter and I to go see this. Lo and behold, here comes the parents in with probably about a 3-year-old. Who decided that she was going to talk to the entire movie and not. And finally I said, could you please control your children? And my daughter wanted to go underneath the seat. But I took my kids to movies and they never said a word at the movies.
Yeah, I don't do horror movies, so I don't
I'm getting old, I guess. I look at people who are 46 years old and they have 7 or 8-year-olds. I don't know how they do it. I would never be able to handle an 8-year-old at my age. I'm so glad my kids are 21 and 18, and I can't imagine having a baby.
I have a good friend who she had a baby late in life, and she says that he keeps her on her toes.
And the thing is, you have a baby when you're 45 years old. That means by the time that kid's in high school, you are going to be a senior citizen.
But people are living longer these days, so that kind of balances out.
I still wouldn't want to be 18 and have a 90-year-old father.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving forward. We got hair metal trivia.
Okay.
So we're going to do a couple here.
All right.
And then we're going to go into a break. But I'm just going to give you the first 3 right now. See how you do. All right, here we go. Number 1. Crocus recorded a version of the song Ballroom Blitz for their 1984 album The Blitz.
Uh-huh.
Who originally recorded this song?
That was The Sweet.
Very good. You're 1 for 1. Who comes from a sacred part of town where sometimes you talk so tough your feet don't touch the ground in this 1986 song?
That Johnny?
Johnny. No, it's Joey. Sorry.
Joey.
Joey's the opening character in a song Wild in the Streets from the album Slippery When Wet by Bon Jovi.
Joey, Johnny. It started with a J and
All right,
ended
one
with
more.
a Y. We're good.
In 1984, who did Steve Riley replace in Wasp?
Oh, wow. Who was the original drummer for Wasp?
Tony Richards.
Yeah, I'm not a big Wasp
Tony
fan.
Richards played on Lost self-titled
The only Wasp song I really enjoy, You Can't Play on This Station.
I know. Okay, one more.
And they don't even do that one anymore.
One more here. Which band's first album had Give It To Me Good and Surrender on it?
That would be Trickster.
Ian, very good. 3 out of 4, right?
2.5 out of 4.
We got a bunch here, so it's not
All
that
right,
yet.
that's cool.
All right, we got more Hairspray at 8 coming up. Skid Row in there, Faster Pussycat with a cover, and Kicks all on the way. Right here, it is Hairspray at 8 on Decade.
This is Hairspray at 8 with Joe E. Kramer. Turn it up.
Can't stand the heartache. Fall in love with a twisted lady, suicide with a cover girl. Spin on your time and you got stuck paying the price. Oh, down, kicking down into the spin. Face the wall, taking on your drop that win. Can't stand the heartache. So bleeds the red, red rose. Time heals a broken heart, but that's just the way it goes. I can't stand the heartache. No, you got caught in the line of fire, a bystander innocent. You count your own till it wasn't yours anymore. Waste away another day into the night. You're a whole motherfucker, don't seem right. Can't stand the heartache. So bleeds the red, red rose. The time heals a broken heart, but that's just the way it goes. I can't stand the heartache. You held me like a prisoner, and I don't know why I stayed here from the
Spandex never felt so good. This is Hairspray at 8 with Joe E. Kramer.
You are not alone. How long can you run? It's much too late if you don't know what you've got till it's gone. Once upon a time you were a child, but that was
from Psycho Circus, We Are One, Kiss. That was probably the last album I really enjoyed by Kiss. You just sit over there and listen to your baseball game.
No. Well, there's that too, but I'm also trying to figure out your hotel question that you asked me.
What, the stars?
Yeah.
I don't know how many stars. I usually just, a hotel's a hotel to me. As long as it doesn't have bed bugs, I'm okay with it.
Well, then I would go with that. That would go with that fountain one that you found.
Well, I don't know. I don't like that one. I
Why?
want a jacuzzi.
Why? You hate heat.
I like jacuzzis, though. Do you want me to go any farther as to why? Okay.
No, I'm good. After the revelation you made earlier this evening, I'm good.
Hairspray, and lots of it. This is Hairspray at 8 on Decades.
Jesse's a friend. Yeah, I know he's been a good friend of mine. But lately something's changed, ain't it hard to define. Jesse's got himself a girl and I wanna make her mine. And she's watching him with those eyes, and she's loving him with that body, I just know it. Yeah, and he's holding her in his arms late at night. You know, I wish that I had just his girl. I wish that I had just his girl. Where can I find a woman like that? I play along with the charade. There doesn't seem to be a reason to change. You know, I feel so dirty when they started talking cute. Wanna tell her that I love her, but the point is probably moot. Cause she's watching him with those eyes, and she's loving him with that body, I just know it. And he's holding her in his arms late at night. You know, I wish that I had just his girl. I the time, wondering what she don't see in me. I've been funny, I've been cool with the lines. Ain't that the way love's supposed to be? Tell me, where can I find a woman like that? You know, I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I want Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman like that, like Jesse's girl? I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I want Jesse's girl.
Incidentally, this is the new solo song from Paul Stanley. I'm just kidding.
And somewhere,
I'm
people
just kidding. That was a joke.
and somewhere, people who might have a kiss room in their house, their head just exploded.
That was just a joke.
I know. And Matt, if you're listening, we love you, brother.
Yeah, we do. We love the Kiss Room. I
don't listen to it live. You know, unfortunately, my job won't let me have a radio or a phone where I can stream it. You know, but I do go back and I listen to like the rebroadcast and the podcast and everything. And yeah, love me some Kiss Room.
And you know what? You could make fun of Tiffany or Debbie Gibson, and Rex Havoc won't get mad.
I won't. Do whatever, man. Like,
all right.
You know, it's funny because the day that I got that done, you know, the arm tattoo.
You're a freak. Why would you get a tattoo of their signatures?
You know, why not?
Are you nuts?
Excuse me. Have you forgotten who you're talking to? Yeah, I'm
Good
a little
God.
insane. But I ran into him. Like I'd stopped at the Q Mart in Quakertown to get some stuff and just have some fun and, you know, talk to an old friend. And we happened to run into Matt and his daughter, and you know, it was a good time hanging out. And they were all like, "Dude, you're really gonna get that tattooed?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Did you tell Tiffany you knew me?
We mentioned that I mentioned that I had a friend who had a radio show, and that she's like, "What's his name?" I said, "Joey Kramer." You know, decades on the. She said, "Oh yeah, I know Joey. He's a good guy." So I'm assuming she was lying to me.
I talked to her a bunch of times.
Yeah, she's a really nice lady. You know,
lady, you can't call Tiffany. Okay, let's go back to our trivia.
Well,
I have a couple more things, and we got to go into a break.
All right,
and I got to go use the restroom, so we got to move here.
All right,
the bladder isn't what it used to be. All right, in 2003, the Philadelphia-based band Britney Fox released their fourth studio album called Springhead Motor Shark.
Right,
that wasn't the question.
Okay,
one of the songs in this album shares its title with that of a country. What song is it?
Oh, God. I don't know, Zimbabwe.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah, I've never listened to
Feature
that
lesser-known singer Tommy Paris rather than the band's original vocalist Dean Dizzy Davidson, who left the band to do yoga on a beach.
I've heard the demos from it, but I've never actually heard the album.
All right, from which album? This is simple. From which Bon Jovi album will you hear 99 in the Shade and Blood on Blood?
That's New Jersey.
There you go. I know you're a big Jovi fan.
I am. I know you hate him.
In Motley Crue classic Girls, 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 where did singer Vince Neil lose his heart?
Oh, my God.
I feel like Dastardly Dog. You remember Dastardly Dog? No, you don't. He stood with the jacket and he went, and whatever. Good. I'll repeat the question. Where did Vince Neil lose his heart in the classic Girls, Girls, Girls?
Wow. That's not Tattletale.
Tropicana.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Also the name of a casino.
What is the name of the bassist who played on Dawkins' debut album?
Is that Jeff Pilson?
No, he's actually was in Rat. I don't know if he's still in Rat. Juan Crocier, whatever his name is.
I don't know if anybody's still in Rat.
Oh, I know. That's funny. Jan, I can't pronounce her last name.
Kuhneman.
That's it. Was an awesome guitarist for which all-girl group?
Vixen.
That was simple.
It is.
One more.
One of my best friends is now took her place. So.
One more. Black and Blues Rockin' on Heaven's Door was originally called what? The song was featured with the changed name on the album Without Love, released in 1985.
I don't know.
Rock and Roll Animals.
Really?
We have 42 more pages of questions here.
Oh, dear Jesus.
I'll do one more for you before we take a break.
All right.
Which of these bands recorded a CD named after the state they grew up in? Oh, that's too easy. Bon Jovi. I'm not telling you that. Okay.
Well, we already answered that question.
Simple.
New Jersey.
All right, we got more Hairspray at 8 coming up. Hour number 2 is on the way. I can't promise you. I have a list of songs here, but we hardly end up getting to any of them.
No, because we tend to argue too much.
Motley Crue in there, Shotgun Messiah, Rough House, Talesman, and Quiet Riot. All part of the next
Talisman.
hour. I like Talesman.
It would be an E if it was Talesman.
Is it my show or yours?
It's theirs.
It's mine.
It's theirs.
Whose? Who are you pointing it to?
The people out there listening.
Dear God.
It's
More
theirs.
coming up right here on the river.
It's 9 o'clock.
Hi, this is Chip Snuff, and you're listening to Decades.
Hey, everybody, this is Janet Gardner from Vixen, and you are listening to Decades.
Hey, everybody, how you doing? This is Billy Childs from Brittany Fox, and you're listening to Decades.
This is where the past comes alive. Hairspray at 8 starts now.
Oops. I didn't have my microphone up in time. I was jibber-jabbering through the music. What are you doing?
I'm waiting for you.
Hairspray at 8, 2 full hours. Motley Crue, what song?
This would be Wow.
What?
Wow. My brain just went blank.
Oh, dear God. Primal Scream, Hairspray at 8.
Now that I'm much older,
How high was your hair? This is Hairspray at 8. This is Decades with Joe E. Kramer.
I walk the streets alone at night, a shadow in the city light. I didn't know that love could hurt, how little broken hearts are worth. All that we had, gone forever. Things that we said, it will never be. Living without you, don't bother me. If there's a tear in my eye, it's not for you. Don't lie to yourself. If there's a tear in my eye, it's not for you. We crushed our hearts and hoped to die. We swore that we would never lie, but love just slipped away somehow. Baby, it's all over now. All that we had, gone forever. Things that we said, it will never be. Living without you, don't bother me. If there's a tear in my eye, it's not for you. Don't lie to yourself. If there's a tear in my eye, it's not for you. You seem so innocent, you had me blinded. What good is all your beauty? There's nothing behind it. If there's a tear in my eye, it's not for you. Don't lie to yourself. If there's a tear in my eye, it's not for you. Lock the door and cut the lights. I won't be coming home tonight.
Hairspray at 8. If you could only hear our conversations.
Yeah, one of these days we'll have to like record them and.
Now my problem, you're cheap.
I'm not cheap.
Cheap.
Not cheap. I just like my car.
Cheap.
Really? Again?
Again, it's the second hour. I'm trying to fill
man.
time. Might as well do it a second time.
Sure. Why not?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, His Highness of Hair, the Guru of Glam.
Who doesn't know the Motley Crue
Master
song?
of Metal, the
I
immortal
froze. What
and
can I say?
immoral Rex Havoc.
This is Hairspray at 8.
The biggest hits.
You're a funny guy.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun when I come here. I do.
Hairspray at 8, 2 hours worth. Rough House, don't go away. This is Hairspray at 8. Okay, I didn't have a liner ready because we're talking about baseball here.
Yes, we are.
This is what screws things up. Usually I'm so organized, and you come in the studio and havoc reeks upon Kramer.
Hello, you're the one who insists on using the name.
Reeks upon me.
You're the one who insists on using the Havoc name.
Wait, you have something to say before I hit that
I said
song?
you're the one who insists on using the Havoc name. You know.
Could I hit this now?
Go right ahead.
If you need somebody, call out my name. I'll be waiting right by your side tonight. I've heard the words out on the streets. Your love is much in danger. Though I can't hear the tears of pain, I can see the cries of anger. If you let me know, we can change
the guru of glam, the master of metal. And he says...
Who is this?
He couldn't name the Motley Crue song.
Listen, you can't put me on the spot like that. Like, you got to give a little bit of a soft toss.
That's Talisman. Or Talesman. How do you ever want to say it?
No wonder I've never heard of it. No.
No, never.
Yeah.
Don't know it.
Get on with your quiz.
Okay, here we go. If you missed any of this, he's been answering hair metal band.
I'm probably 50-50 at the moment.
Okay, what band recorded the little-known hair gem Apple Pie?
That would be White Trash.
Oh, that was pretty good. I'm impressed you knew that. Well, I'm not impressed you know about White Trash.
I've dated some too, but yeah, whatever.
Well,
he said it, man.
I'm kidding. I love my dear. Who sang this song? Out on the streets, that's where we meet. You make the night, I always cross the line. Oh my God. Should I sing it in melody? Out on the streets.
Wait,
that's where we meet.
I've heard you sing. You can't sing in melody.
All right.
I can hear it in my head too.
Out on the streets. That's where we meet. You make the night. I always cross the line. See, you knew my singing.
That's right. Well, it's because it sounds just as bad.
What's
as
the name of the song?
Isn't that like Round and Round?
Yeah.
It's just as bad as the original. So go ahead.
Which of these hair metal bands from the late 70s and 80s brought the media attention to the LA rock scene and throughout the decade became one of the most popular, important bands of all time? Def Leppard, Motley Crue, Rat, or Van Halen?
Late 70s and early 80s, you said?
Yes.
I'm going to go with Van Halen.
Yeah, that's simple. Can you name the raven-haired rocker who fronted the band that's name was taken from a Disney Channel animated movie? Hint, none of the band's members wore glass slippers.
Cinderella.
Who wrote the song Little Fighter?
Mike Tramp and Vito Bratta from White Lion.
That's pretty good. What band did a cover of Golden Earrings Radar Love?
That would be White Lion.
Who sings this one? I listen to our favorite song playing on the radio. Hear the DJ say love's a game of easy come and easy go.
Oh, God. I can hear this in my head.
I listen to our favorite song.
That's Poison.
Very good. What song is it?
Is it Every Rose?
Yes.
Okay.
Who had a hit with the song Miles Away?
The one that I can think of is a girl named Stephanie, but yeah, I don't know that one.
Winger.
Oh yeah, I'm not a big Winger
I'm miles away.
No, I'm not. I'm not big. Not a big Winger fan.
This is simple. Hit It, CC is from what song?
There's at least three I can think of.
Okay, who is Bret Michaels of Poison talking to when he says
CC
that?
DeVille, and the one you're probably thinking of is Talk Dirty to Me.
Well, that's what it is. That's right there. Which band fronted by Rick Rule had a 1990 single entitled Love Can Make You Blind? That's a Hairspray at 8 favorite.
Isn't that like Concrete Blonde?
No. Joey. No, it's not even close. By Rick, Concrete Blonde had a female lead singer.
No, wait.
You idiot.
I'm not an idiot.
That's Concrete Blonde. Or is it the Backstreet Boys?
No,
I wasn't sure.
No, don't make me throw
every mother's nightmare.
I only know their Christmas song.
I'm not even answering this next one because it's too simple. And I'm not doing that one. That's too simple. Which of these songs was not on Rat's Dancing Undercover?
Okay, I can't answer that one because I don't.
Dance, Body Talk, Slip of the Lip, or Way Cool Jr.?
I'm going to go with Dance.
Way Cool Jr.
No, wait. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not a
Was
Rat
that Reach
fan.
for the Sky? Who was the lead singer for LA Guns?
Which time?
As I said, who was the lead singer for LA Guns?
Well, we'll go with Phil Lewis.
All right, good. We'll get back to this in a second.
Yeah.
90 seconds and more decades coming up. Hairspray at 8, hour number 2.
This is Hairspray at 8.
The biggest hits forever. Sleep like Cadillac.
is Hairspray at 8.
The biggest hits forever.
Some brand new ties. And from my front steps, the last of the weekend vets goes blasting by. Won't be nothing so cool as this beach in the wintertime. Something has been gone, and I don't know why I thought the same old record player. I've been trying to move along, but I keep on singing the same old song. The end of the summer days, end of the summer days. I can still hear you laugh with your head blowing back in my car. I can still feel your curves when we danced in that boardwalk bar. I can still taste your lips for that one last stolen kiss by the firelight. Won't be nothing so cool as this beach in the wintertime. Something that since you've been gone, and I don't know why I thought I'm on the same old record player. I've been trying to move along, but I keep on singing the same old song. The end of the summer days, end of the summer days. One day you just felt the change and slipped away. Maybe it was never meant to be. Now the sound of footsteps makes me hope and pray you're coming back to me. There's a warm breeze that's blowing as the shadows go tumbling by. And it's kicking up sand, and it must be what's in my something that since you've been gone, and I don't know why I thought I'm on the same old record player. I've been trying to move along, but I keep on singing the same old song. The end of the summer days. Something that since you've been gone, and I don't know why I thought I'm on the same old record player. I've been trying to move along, but I keep on singing the same old song. The end of the summer days, end of the summer days, end of the summer
I am not the master of metal. You are.
I hate you sometimes.
And what did you just say again? Who's this? Taiketo. You know, there's more to this music than just kicks and kiss.
Well, not according to according to you, it's like kicks, kiss,
You should do
rat, and quiet riot.
You should do the kicks room.
No.
Matt, would you sue him? I wonder if he'd sue you for doing
He would.
for doing the kicks room.
He would, you know.
Problem is, you have a hard time finding enough good music to play every week.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
No, I like Kicks. I have no problem with Kicks.
He hates Kicks. He does.
I don't hate Kicks. I like Kicks. I have no problem with them. Okay, Rex Havoc's going to lead you into this song. Go ahead.
Why do you always put me on the spot?
Go ahead, Brady. Go ahead.
This is actually one of my favorite Poison
Okay,
songs.
what
It really
song is it?
This is Cry Tough.
There you go. Hairspray at 8 with the Master of Mayhem.
I'll go with that.
2-hour edition tonight.
Remember the nights we sat and talked about all our dreams. But little did we know that they were distant and they seemed well. I knew it and you knew it too. Things we got through well. We knew the things we had to do to make it, baby. You gotta cross up out on the streets to make your dreams happen. You gotta cry out to the world to make them all come true. Life ain't no easy ride, at least that's what I'm told. Sometimes a rainbow, baby, is better than a pot of gold. Well, you gotta stick it out, whether you're wrong or right, and you can't give in without a fight to make it, baby. You gotta cut up out on the streets to make your dreams happen. You gotta cry out to the world to make them all come true. Well, you gotta aim high, baby, whether you lose or win. And when you get to the top, you gotta get up and go right back down again. You gotta cut up out on the streets to make your dreams happen. You gotta cry out to the world to make them all come true. Well, you gotta cut up out on the streets to make your dreams happen. You gotta cry out to the world to make them all come true. Well, you gotta cut up out on the streets to make your dreams happen. You gotta cry out to the world to make them all come true. You gotta cut up out on the streets to make your dreams happen. You gotta cry out to the world to make them all come true.
Hairspray at 8 on Decade.
Mama takes a fancy, she living in a
The generation that put a hole in the ozone.
Hairspray at 8 on Decades.
It's been so long since I felt your touch, baby. When I'm all alone, know I'm baby, I'm back for you someday.
Hairspray at 8, 2 hours tonight. Hope you enjoyed my 2 hours of hair metal for another Saturday night.
I always enjoy 2 hours
I know,
of hair metal
and
on
you know,
Saturday
having you
nights.
here is...
Dude, come on. You missed this. You know you did.
Yeah, kind of like, you know what it's like having dental work done with no Novocaine?
Yeah. It's funny that you should mention that.
I go to sleep for all my surgery. My first surgery was 14 hours. I don't remember. I was in the hospital for 7 days. I don't recall any of the days. They have you on, what's that stuff called? Ketamine. For like the 6 days. And I don't know why anybody would want to take that stuff as.
Oh, man.
But I don't remember anything until I got discharged. And then my second surgery was on the 9th. And if I could only grow skin, I'll be good. Oh, well.
I had some dental work done, and they gave me Halcyon.
Well, you actually got put to sleep for it?
Yeah. For the tops, I was wide awake.
You're an idiot.
Wide awake. For the bottoms, they knocked me out.
Yeah.
But
imagine that.
But I remember having conversations with them throughout.
That's because it's just a twilight.
But yeah, like he tapped me on the head and he said, "You're done." And I'm like, "Wait, I didn't even." Yeah. So
why would you have it done when you're awake anyway?
Because I didn't have a drive. Like I said, I can get somebody there to, in like 20 minutes because, my buddy didn't have wasn't working at the time. And he could have been there in like 20 minutes and, we would have been cool. But, he said, "No, we'll do it with your awake." And they numbed me up pretty good.
I don't even want to hear about it.
I only screamed like twice.
Crazy.
And
all right, back to the question. I don't want to hear about you having
your
your teeth pulled.
If I had to do it all over again, A, I probably wouldn't do it where I did it. And B, I would want to be knocked out for both.
I told you that, but...
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
Back to some trivia here. We got 2 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Later that night, I was in such a bad mood.
That's every night with you.
Who sang that song? Skid Row, Scatterbrain, Salty Dog, Badlands.
Let's go with Salty Dog.
Scatterbrain. I never heard of them.
Yeah, me neither.
What? Highway to Hell, of course. Finish these lyrics.
Uh-huh.
Girl, don't go away mad.
Just go away.
Who sang Ride the Wind?
Poison.
Very good. Finish this line. Your love is like... Your love is like a hangover. Your love is like a shooting star. Your love is like annoying. Or your love is like bad medicine.
We'll go with the last one. I'll be honest with you. The only thing I could hear in my head was "Your love is like oxygen."
And now it's raining. Looks like it's raining. Is that Tears for Fears? The Eurythmics?
Tears Are Falling.
REO Speedwagon or Kiss?
Kiss.
Who sings the song Home Sweet Home? The Thin Lizzy classic, The Boys Are Back in Town, appears on the compilation album Stairway to Heaven, Highway to Hell, recorded by what band?
The Boys Were Back in Town. Let's see. Wait. Was that Bon Jovi?
Yeah. I know you're big. You have a Bon Jovi tour shirt at home?
No, but I love that album.
In 1989, this young boy had tequila in his heart. His veins burned gasoline. It kept his motor running, but it never kept him clean.
Was his name Ricky?
His name was Ricky. Who was the drummer on Wasted's 1986 album, Save Your Prayers?
I don't know. Let's go with Steve Riley.
John D'Artorto. I have no idea. Finish the Motley Crue.
Dude, that's isn't that Johnny D from Brittany Fox?
Could be.
I think it is.
Finish this Motley Crue lyric. And when the winds call Angela, Angela.
I'll be there for you.
You took a guess at that one.
That's actually one of my favorite Motley Crue songs, and they won't play it because it's about Brandy Brand.
All right, we got 1 minute. When the glam metal craze of the 80s faded away in the early 90s and many hair metal bands split up, British rock band Def Leppard was still standing tall. They experimented throughout the 90s and 2000s with alternative rock, pop rock, and even made a studio album of cover songs called Yeah. By 2008, they'd returned to their signature sound with the album Songs from the Sparkle Lounge. And in 2011, released a live album called, I still have no feeling in my, I feel like I have a lisp on my tongue.
A little bit, but it's all right. I
have no feeling.
Refer to you as
Released
Sidney
a
Brady
live album called Mirrorball, Live and More. This live album has 3 newly recorded studio tracks. Which of the following was not one of those songs?
Okay.
Undefeated, Kings of the World, It's All About Believing, or Cruise Control?
Cruise Control.
There you go. Good. All right. Goodbye. We're all done. All right. We're going to get back into our regular edition of Decades coming up. We'll get this up on the website, hopefully within the next week or so. I've been very behind. So, Bobby Brown, Madonna, Toto, and a lost track from Cheech and Chong coming up.
I can't wait to listen to your show next week because I'm a big fan of your guest next week.
Who, Shadow?
Yeah.
He won't be here.
Aw.
He got a job at a place. He's actually going to be in charge of telemetry and orbital satellites.
It's funny because we were
Fox.
We were talking about him the other day at work, and my friend thought I was talking about the guy from Hollywood Squares.
Oh no,
no,
but he won't be. He's going to be coming in, but not for a little while.
So. Shout out to Shadow. He literally is the smartest man I know.
Yeah, I know. It makes me feel stupid.
Dude,
Say goodbye, Havoc.
Goodbye, Havoc.